Hello, this is Ken Barron. I'm with the National Association of Black and White Men Together. And today's podcast is on Arizona, and the vote check failed. A review of the 2020 elections in Arizona's biggest county, that's Maricopa. And this was financed by the Republicans, and it's failed to show that former President Trump was cheated at a victory. At the NABWMT, we have been keeping an eagle eye, as you might say, on voting rights and suppression. The draft report from Cyber Ninjas, that's the name of the corporation that did this, tallied 99 additional votes for President Biden and 261 fewer votes for Mr. Trump in the region. That includes Phoenix, the big city. Republican leaders have, of course, as you might expect, derided the review. Mr. Biden won Arizona by roughly 10,500 votes, making his victory of about 45,000 votes in Maricopa County crucial to his win. Under intense pressure from Trump loyalists, the Republican majority in the state Senate has ordered an autopsy on the county's votes for president. The review was financed largely by $5 million in donations from the far right groups and Mr. Trump's defenders. The draft reports noted that there were, quote, no substantial differences between the new tally of votes and the official count by the Maricopa County election officials. One expert and critic of the review who had seen a draft reported the findings, called these, quote, red herrings, end quote. But if these findings stand out, they would amount to a disappointment for candidates with problems with our election fairness. But the naysayers fight on. In a statement, Mr. Trump on Friday said the review has, quote, uncovered significant and undeniable evidence of fraud, all caps. Until we know how and why this happened, our elections will never be secure, he said. Politicians in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania have mounted their own Arizona-style investigations. Likewise, the Texas Secretary of State's office in Thursday announced a, quote, comprehensive forensic audit of the results from the 4 of the state's largest counties. Cyber Ninjas, a firm with no prior experience in elections, was chosen to oversee the inquiry. Republicans in Arizona have been prolific in drafting bills that would affect elections in the state, including 57 total bills, 32 of which have added new restrictions to voting or shifted the balance of power in the election administration. And that's according to Voting Rights Lab, and this is a liberal-leaning voting rights group. 7 of these bills became law. The report makes further legislation suggestions that will be adding more restrictions to voting. They include multiple ways to further purge voters from registration rolls, including, if entries are not a, quote, direct match with government-issued identification. Now, remember, the people who stormed the Capitol believed the election was fraudulent when it was not, and we had leaders who just accepted the result. This work in all of these states, Arizona and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, are undermining our right to vote and provide evidence of sheer voter suppression, which the National Association of Black and White Men is strongly against. I thank you for listening and hope to see you in the future. Thank you very much.